the law passed by the South Dakota legislature should be in effect, and it shouldn't be held up anymore. A previous court ruling had held it up. What does that law say on regards to abortion? If a woman comes in to get an abortion in South Dakota, it is now legislated, mandated by the South Dakota legislature, like I said, that the doctors say to her, this procedure will, quote, terminate the life of a whole, separate, unique, living human being. Now, that is not based on science. That is not a conclusion that is a medical conclusion. But they are forcing the doctors to say this because they put it into a law. Now, that's not the doctor's real opinion. But the doctor has to say that to the person getting an abortion anyway. Furthermore, they have to say, under the law, that the woman has a, quote, existing relationship with the fetus, and it is protected by the U.S. Constitution. Again, the Supreme Court has ruled exactly the opposite. But according to the law in South Dakota now, a doctor must say this to a woman who's seeking an abortion. And he continuing that her, quote, existing constitutional rights with regards to the relationship will be terminated if this abortion goes forward. And the doctor is also required to say that, quote, abortion increases the risk of suicide, ideation, which is a word I love because it will only confuse them. Doesn't make much sense. Abortion increases the risk of suicide, ideation, and suicide. Also, not a medical fact, not a scientific fact, just made up by the conservatives running the South Dakota legislature. We will pretend that it causes more suicide and force the doctors to say it as if it is their medical opinion. If you like to live in that kind of world, you keep voting for Republicans. If you think that's ridiculous and unscientific and unmedical and getting between you and your doctor, then have enough sense to vote for Democrats.